Okay, we're going to go over our study guide for magnets, and you can use this study guide, your science notebook, your science book, your man the magnet if you made one of those in your classroom, just all those different things to help you study. Depending on what you did in your classroom, we did lots of different experiments with magnets. So our first question is, the south pole of one magnet blanks the north pole of another magnet. And these are the words we can choose from. So our first question is going to be, and we're going to type that in, it's going to be attract. Sorry, attracts the north pole. South pole to north pole, they attract. I think there was a typo on your study guide, and this is not the question you had. So I think you had the question, if poles that are different are put together north to south or south to north, they attract each other. So I'm going to put that in. For yours, it should be attract. That should be your number 2. My number 2 says magnetic blank can't be seen, but can be observed when a magnet moves an object without touching it. So I'm just going to put a little 2 here. Oops, sorry. 2. This should be what your 2 is. Mine right here says magnetic blank can't be seen, but can be observed when a magnet moves an object without touching it. So that's when you move into that magnetic what? I'm sorry, Miss Rosa can't talk today. Magnetic force. When we get into that force, into the field around the magnet, so that force moves it, and you can't even see it. So number 3. A blank can attract objects made of iron, nickel, or steel. And of course, it's a magnet. The south pole of one magnet blanks the south pole of another magnet. So this is south to south. And we did lots of experiments with this. So it repels. Every magnet has 2 opposite what? And the answer is poles. I'm sorry about the confusion up there. Okay. So we're going to think about ways that magnets are used every day. So you have to list at least 4 uses in the box. So I'm just going to put down some ways magnets are used. We talked about cabinet doors. I'm going to take this off. Fold. Well, let's do it. There we go. So cabinet doors, toys. We talked about those little toy trains that are magnetic, and there are a lot in Etch-a-Sketch and different toys that are that uses magnets. Your refrigerator, and not just sticking things to it, but the door itself uses. Sorry, probably can't spell evidently today or type. Refrigerator, compass. Again, I'm trying to talk and type at the same time. It does not work for my brain. Nor does it work to hit enter afterward. Let's just tab. There we go. Sorry, guys. What I get for trying to do this after being in class all day. Okay, so cabinet doors. When you shut the cabinet doors, you're going to feel that it stick, and it's because the magnet draws the door to itself. Stay closed, and they stay closed, or else the doors would just kind of maybe flop there. Toys, like we said, the toys you play with sometimes. The refrigerator, not just sticking stuff to the refrigerator, but also the doors. When you open and shut the refrigerator, that pull, you'll feel it pull, and you'll feel it when it closes. It kind of clicks into place. A compass, and we talked about it, it always points north because of the magnetic poles of the earth. And the monorails, they're used in cities around the world, but also sometimes you get a chance to ride those if you go to Disney World. We talked about that. So those are just some things. Also in junkyards, those large magnets are used to pick up junk in junkyards. Again, a couple of typing here. Junkyards are large magnets. They use them to pick up large objects. Trying to think about what I'm doing to type. There we go. Maybe that's a little better. Okay. Okay, and then some trucks have magnets on them. Okay, so there are some trucks that use magnets too. Alright, so here we're moving on. Color the strongest part of the magnet, and usually there's a north side of the magnet and a south side of the magnet, and that's how ours are colored on these particular kind of magnets. And it says to label this kind, and so this is a bar magnet. Sorry guys, terrible typer. Okay, so then this is a bar magnet, and these are the strongest parts. And then here we have also the strongest ends. The ends are the strongest, and we found that out. We were doing some of our experiments that the north and south poles were the strongest. And then this magnet is called a horseshoe magnet. This is a horseshoe magnet. Oh, it's not typing it where I wanted it to go. Hold on just a second. I'll move it to where it needs to go. Okay, let me see if I can tab this over. Oh, where did it go? Here we go. Nope, not going to work. Let me just see if I can space it over there. Well, it's just not wanting to be cooperative. Alright, but anyway, you get the point. You would write that on that line right there. Mine is not wanting to be cooperative. So this is a bar magnet and a horseshoe magnet, and that's what they look like. So I'm going to hit undo all that, and we're going to move on down here. What are 5 items that could be attracted by a magnet? And I know that the things that attract a magnet are nickel, iron, steel, and cobalt. Those are things that are made up of the metals that are attracted to magnets. So just think about some of the things that we experimented with, like a bell, and maybe little straight pins, and your scissors, paper clips, paper clips, space there. Talking and typing is not my thing. Whiteboard, like the magnets that stick to the whiteboard. And your desk leg. A lot of you found magnets stuck to your desk leg. And there were lots of other things you might list down. Things that magnets could not be attracted to, like a cork. We found that we used a cork. Things that are like a rubber band. Plastic. Glass. Paper. Maybe a stuffed animal. Books. Like cardboard. It doesn't stick. It's not. It won't go with cardboard. You probably could list several more things. So we're going to use the words over here in the box to finish this sentence. This means to push away, and that would be repel. Oops, and I have no space there. And again, we are not going to grade Miss Brazel on typing. Repel. Opposite poles attract. And then like poles do this. Like poles repel. And then a blank is a tool to show direction. That would be a compass. And then nickel and steel. Oh, spell it correctly. So sorry. And I'm trying to move too fast. Nickel and steel do what? They attract magnets. Alright, so this is your completed study guide filled out. So sorry, trying to go too fast and do too much at one time. So hopefully this will help if you're filling in your study guide or checking it over or studying it, listen to it. Do the very best you can. Good luck, and do great on your test.